Alrighty, so this is going to be a spirit talk. And that means getting back on track. Because now that we're in August, I want to continue this mission. And this mission is based on the total submission towards the allegiance of the notion that we are all free. Because freedom is our marking. We are marked by the divine. God, the giver of love to us, that we are alive. And that's why in moments of truth, I ask of you to surrender your doubt. Because when you have eyes, you see. And when you have a heart, you feel. For me, I am a heart that is broken. Because I was forced to know the notion that even though we say we are free, it is not true for everyone. And that's why a place like the United States of America, it's the home of the brave. It is. So, in times of sadness, in times of doubt, in times of fear, in times where you don't know where you're going to end up, this point of uncertainty is life. The precariousness, just like Helen Keller said, life is so precarious in a world so uncertain. How is it that we fail to recognize the original sin? The original sin of the Armenian Genocide. And that's why my heart is broken. My heart is broken because our failure, we failed. We failed the Armenian people. It was never properly addressed. And because of the failure to address it, the Holocaust happened. And because we did not recognize the Armenian Genocide, we failed to prevent a major one. And all the other major ones. It's all connected. It's all connected. And therefore I will advocate for the Armenian people. They deserve reparations and they deserve land back. This original sin needs to be addressed. How much longer can we go on without addressing it? Until it happens again? To the same people or another people? The failure to really understand the core of how genocides happen is that we are not doing our due diligence. History is a lesson for us to learn. It's a story. So the best way is to heal and to forgive and also to demand. You see? Forgive, demand, and heal. It's just going to be a dance. And the best way to do it is to dedicate yourself to the mission of human rights. So dance for human rights. Please. Don't you see? Because you have to have some hope. So your spirit is not broken. Because your heart will still go on. The heart is strong. It is a strong instrument of love. So I have love for the victims of genocide. So looking at what the Ottomans did, which is now Turkey, the country of Turkey, still fails to recognize this atrocity. Over 100 years have passed, but still, the people are suffering because the suffering is intergenerational. And trauma is inherited. And it wasn't just Armenian people. Looking at it in the bigger scope, you see all of those Greeks that were murdered, all those Assyrians that were murdered by this inhumanity. That is why we need to recognize this original sin of this genocide. The Armenian, Greek, Assyrian genocide by Turkey needs to be recognized. And therefore we can properly heal and address, and we can prevent this from ever happening again. Because the Armenian community is suffering, the Greek community is suffering, and the Syrian community is suffering. And all the others, because the more you look at the conflict, you see just how horrific it was, and that the responsibility falls on the Turkish government. Recognizing this atrocity is a step forward to our healing as a world. Together, if we step up to the plate and do the work of recognizing this genocide once and for all, we can finally heal. So let's stay united in this mission because it needs to be done. We must recognize the Armenian Genocide. So as someone who's born into the world without any sort of conception until you're finally awake, you see that history is your guide. History is how you wake up, because you have to reflect. And I'm ready to reflect. I'm ready to do the work. Advocate for the recognition, reparations, and land return for the Armenian people and all the others affected.